pushed northeast, we arrived at the German town of Tonning, on the entrance and exit road to the Danish Peninsula. Lovely little village with a big square and houses and shops all round it, and two small bridges, one in and the other out. The squadron was parked all round the square, in front of the various shops and houses we were billeted in. Nothing to do but wireless watch, maintenance, and gun cleaning, and washing, and airing bedding as well, of course. All the young ladies of the village, and there were quite a few, were out in the afternoons and evenings, in the glorious sunshine, strolling over one bridge, and back over the other, and round the square. If they didn't mind walking, we didn't mind watching, although we could not speak to them because of the non-fraternization order.
You will not associate with German men, women, or children. Every German is a potential source of trouble. Therefore, there must be no fraternization with any of the German people. Fraternization means making friends. The German people are not our friends.
There were a lot of Russian prisoners of war on the peninsula, working on farms there. We had orders to free them, so went round with a lorry and interpreters, and told them to be on the roadside the following morning, to be picked up and returned to Russia. When we arrived to collect them, hardly anyone was there. They had been living and running a farm, with a German woman as wife and husband in a lot of cases. They didn't want anything to do with Russia, because even as prisoners, they had never been so well off in their lives. We had to forcibly manhandle lots of them onto the truck. We didn't know of Uncle Joe Stalin's policy of shooting all soldiers who had been captured by the Germans, even if it was only for a few days after being surrounded or overrun. We just piled them on the lorries and sent them off to a holding camp. Also on the Peninsular was a Kriegsmarine barracks, which was empty, but due to be filled with a Kriegsmarine unit, who were like our Royal Marines, that was on its way to surrender to us. They arrived in a few days and stopped a couple of miles out of the village to smarten up. They came into the village marching smartly and whistling and singing. Really smart they were too, with their rifles at the slope. They stopped in the square, and their captain spoke to them before surrendering their arms. This story reminded me of the band of... We went round the peninsula again, with interpreters, and told all the German women between the ages of 16 and 60 they were to be on the road in the morning, working on the principle of, if we can't talk to them, then neither can the Kriegsmarine. When we went with the lorries next morning, we found the bodies of dozens of women who had committed suicide. We had to drag the others screaming from their houses, even after the interpreters explained it was only a temporary relocation. They did not believe us. I don't know where they took them. We only loaded the lorries. What we did not realize was they thought they were being taken to brothels. We were there for a couple of weeks, during which time the Kriegsmarine chaps cleared and repainted all our vehicles for us. They had got a bit scruffy. It cost us 40 fags for an armoured scout car, which was good value. They were repainted after being steam cleaned. Just the job. Really nice blokes they were as well. Only thing was, the only paint they had was battleship grey.